Have you ever looked at a car that's just a few years old and already spotted rust creeping along the edges, maybe around the wheel wells or under the doors? Now, compare that to airplanes. These massive machines fly through rain, snow, humidity, and even salty ocean air at high altitudes for decades. And yet, you almost never see them covered in rust. Why is that? Are airplanes made of some kind of magical metal? Or is there something else going on behind the scenes? The truth is a mix of clever engineering, strict maintenance, and materials science that most people never think about, but once you understand it, you'll never look at an aircraft the same way again. Let's explore, right here, on History of Simple Things. The first big reason airplanes don't rust like cars comes down to the materials they're made from. Most cars are built primarily from steel, which is strong and cheap, but also highly prone to rust when exposed to oxygen and moisture. Airplanes, on the other hand, are mostly made from aluminum alloys. Aluminum doesn't rust in the same way steel does. Instead of forming flaky, destructive rust, aluminum forms a thin layer of oxide on its surface when exposed to air. This layer actually protects the metal underneath from further corrosion, so while corrosion can still happen in aircraft, it behaves very differently and much more slowly than the rust you see eating away at cars. But that's only part of the story. Even though aluminum is more corrosion-resistant, it's not invincible. Aircraft operate in extremely harsh environments. Think about it. They fly through clouds filled with moisture, land in coastal airports surrounded by salt air, and endure dramatic temperature changes that cause expansion and contraction. All of these factors can accelerate corrosion if left unchecked. That's why airplanes rely heavily on protective coatings. Every aircraft is covered in specialized primers, sealants, and high-performance paint systems designed specifically to keep moisture and contaminants away from the metal surface. These coatings aren't just cosmetic, they're a critical part of the aircraft's structural protection. Now compare that to cars. While modern cars do have protective paint and coatings, they're not nearly as robust or meticulously applied as those on aircraft. Cars are built to be affordable and mass-produced, so there's a limit to how much protection can realistically be added. Plus, cars deal with constant exposure to road salt, dirt, and debris, especially in colder climates where salt is used to melt ice. That salt is incredibly aggressive when it comes to corrosion, and it often gets trapped in hidden areas of a car's body, slowly eating away at the metal over time. Airplanes, in contrast, are cleaned frequently and don't experience the same kind of ground-level grime buildup. Another huge factor is maintenance. This is where airplanes really separate themselves from cars. Aircraft are subject to extremely strict maintenance schedules regulated by aviation authorities. Every component of an airplane is inspected regularly, including its outer skin. Technicians are specifically trained to look for even the smallest signs of corrosion. If any is found, it's treated immediately, sometimes by removing the affected material, reapplying protective coatings, or replacing parts entirely. There's no wait until it gets worse mindset in aviation. Even minor corrosion issues are taken seriously because safety is always the top priority. Car maintenance, on the other hand, is much more relaxed. Most people don't inspect their vehicles for rust until it becomes visible, and by then the damage is often already significant. There are no mandatory inspections requiring you to strip paint or check internal panels for corrosion. As a result, rust can quietly spread for years before anyone notices or does anything about it. It's not that cars couldn't be protected better, it's that the system around them doesn't demand the same level of care. Design also plays a key role. Aircraft engineers go to great lengths to prevent water from accumulating in the first place. Drainage systems are built into the structure so that any moisture that gets inside can escape quickly. Seals are carefully designed to keep water out of critical areas. Even the way components are joined together is planned with corrosion prevention in mind. Cars, while engineered for durability, don't always have the same level of precision in preventing water traps. Over time, moisture can collect in door panels, under carpets, or inside frames, creating the perfect conditions for rust to develop. There's also the matter of lifespan expectations. Airplanes are designed to operate safely for decades, often 20 to 30 years or more, with heavy use almost every day. Because of this, manufacturers build them with long-term durability in mind from the very beginning. Cars, while expected to last many years, are generally not engineered to the same extreme standards. Economic factors play a big role here. There's a balance between cost, performance, and longevity, and for cars, that balance doesn't justify the same level of anti-corrosion measures used in aviation. Interestingly, not all airplanes are entirely immune to corrosion issues. In fact, corrosion is one of the biggest long-term challenges in aircraft maintenance. It's just that it's managed so aggressively that it rarely becomes visible to the public. There have even been cases in aviation history where corrosion caused serious problems, but these incidents have led to even stricter inspection and prevention protocols over time. So the next time you see an airplane gleaming on the runway, remember, it's not just luck or magic that keeps it looking that way. It's the result of smarter materials, advanced coatings, meticulous design, and relentless maintenance. Meanwhile, your car is out there battling road salt, rain, and neglect with far fewer defenses. In the end, airplanes don't avoid rust because they're immune. They avoid it because they're built, protected, and cared for in a completely different league. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.